welcome to Miscellaneous. Today, I am showing you what I found out about countries that I think not enough people are talking about. Once recognised as Pleasant Island due to the amount of wealth its citizens had, now going by its official name, the Republic of Nauru. Nauru is in the South Pacific and is not only the smallest country in the South Pacific, but also the smallest country in the world by area. Oh, and it's an island, as I said before, you know that. With a population at the time of recording being at 10,881 party-going islanders, as well as Nauru boasting the smallest country area, it also holds the smallest republic in the world by area. When searching for information about Nauru, I came across some incredibly interesting questions, such as, is Nauru made of bird poo? Could this now be the chance to not only be the smallest republic by area, but also the smallest republic by area made from bird feces? This would be huge for Nauru. And the answer is, apparently yes. Almost the entire surface of the island was absolutely drenched in sedimentary bird droppings, and over the millennia, the aerial bombardments basically became encrusted into the island. Also, the phosphorus coming from the droppings is ideal for raw material to make fertilizer and explosives. And it's the mining of the phosphate that Nauru is most famous for. The start of the mining of Nauru began in 1907 and is Nauru's main resource and sole export. The mining industry dominated the economy on the island, and its quality regarded as one of the highest in the world. Whether or not it is, I'm not sure, I haven't been. Not surprisingly, with the mining of phosphate being the main resource, a large amount of employment was in the mining industry, with other main jobs being working for the government. The national language is Nauruan, but according to Britannica.com, Nauruan has no adequate grammar. So, it has some grammar, but not enough to be an adequate amount of grammar. Well, not enough grammar for Britannica. So they use English most commonly anyway, which does have an adequate amount of grammar. Little bit of history. In the 18th century, Europeans finally made it to the Great Isle of Nauru. They found that already set up were 12 ancestral tribal groups, each with a chief, operating everyday life on the island. Although interestingly, the origin of how Nauru came to be is unknown, which I find mysterious and now quite suspicious. When it comes to defence, Nauruans look to the northeast, as it is Australia that is responsible for the protection of Nauru, though under an informal agreement. Nauru also holds the record of having 0 native land mammals, but as we know, the bird gang, known as Nauru reed warblers, are certainly patrolling the Nauru skyline, along with 26 other species of birds. And even with 27 types of birds, according to Google, Nauru is not on the top of many bird watchers' lists of places to visit, but I think if you love birds, Nauru sounds like a place for it. Birds everywhere. There's also crabs and insects. The traditional food for the island is a dish called coconut fish, and with it being an island, it's not a shock that the traditional food has a coconut and fish collaborating together. Fish such as tuna is used, and the milk from the coconut is made into a sauce, giving you coconut fish. The internet also alleges that Nauru is the least visited country in the world by area. Another accolade, with less than 1,000 visitors per year. This is said to be down to it being impossible for boats to travel to the island because of the jagged coral reefs. that have apparently been punching great big holes into the hulls of boats in the past. Although, if you're wondering, TravelSafeAbroad.com deems Nauru's overall risk assessment to be low and therefore safe to travel if you want to go. Just maybe go by plane and not boat because of the aggressive coral. That was just some of the things I found about Nauru. Next time I will be sharing my findings on another country that people don't talk about enough. Well, a country I think they don't talk about enough. Okay, see ya.